Hello and welcome to Game 2 here at Palm Springs Stadium. George Hathaway alongside with me, Marshall Garvey on the call as the Northstars take on the Lumberjacks. The Northstars coming in this game 1-0-1. They tied their last game, and the Lumberjacks are 1-1 overall. It's going to be Wyatt Curdy leading things off for the Northstars, standing at 5'4", from Fort Bragg, California. The righty going up against Ortega, who's going to start things off on the hill for the Lumberjacks.
Wyatt Curdy, a freshman out of Mendocino College. He is looking for his first hit of the season. He'll take that for a ball. 1-0.
First pitch upstairs for Wyatt Curdy. Ortega on the hill.
That dribbles away and low. Ball 2. Justin Ortega, a sophomore out of St. Mary's University, standing at 6'3", weighing 190 pounds. Lanky righty on the pitcher's mound today. Had a stellar outing in a 3-1 loss against the A's. Pitched 3 innings, allowed just 1 hit. Notched 2 strikeouts.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's going to be chopped up over into foul territory. Late swing there from Curdy. Now still puts him up in the count, 2-1. It's about 99 degrees here in Palm Springs, California. Beautiful day for a lot of baseball action here in the PSCL. Few games going on, as that's going to be swing and a miss, strike 2. The off-speed pitch there knots it up at 2 apiece. The count, no outs. Here, top of the first inning, as it's the Northstars and Lumberjacks PSCL action. We got some other games going on over on the turf field, over the right field wall. Ortega is set, kicks and deals, as it's now going to be full count. It's a fastball there upstairs. Full count for Wyatt Curdy. Curdy's over at shortstop. Full count. Here's a pitch from Ortega, and that's going to get him looking for strike number 3. The first out of the ball game comes in great fashion. That's Ortega's first strikeout as well. Which brings us up to Killian. Cole Killian, the lefty.
Another representative out of Mendocino College. Killian alternating between shortstop and pitcher. Seeking his first hit of the season. He had
1-0 count for Killian.
2 at-bats for Killian against the Snowbirds on the 13th with a strikeout. To get on base and get something going for the Northstars. The 1-0.
1-0. As that's going to be outside. Check swing, 2-0 count for Killian. 5'11" lefty, throws righty.
Did a good job holding up there.
Two-0 count with 1 out. Here's a pitch from Ortega. That's going to be chopped right up over the mound. That's going to get through for a base hit for Killian. Stepping into the batter's box now, Jacob Monday. The righty with 1 out, 1 runner on.
Yet another representative of Mendocino College. Monday.
Check back over, not in time. Killian slides safe back over to first.
Monday notched in an RBI against the Snowbirds. He's batting .333 on the year.
Monday over in left field this afternoon for the Northstars. Is that pitch going to be out and away? 1-0 count. One out, 1 runner on for the Northstars here, top of the first inning. Ortega on the hill, starting things off. Here's a 1-0. That's going to be fouled off. Late swing there from Monday. 1-1 count coming up. Stands at 6 foot on the dot. 185, the freshman.
One out, 1-1, runner on first.
Ortega sets, looks up, down. Here's a pitch. And here goes Killian. And he is going to be out. Caught stealing second for the second out of the inning. Monday still at the plate. 2-1 count. Good throw there from Bicknell for the Lumberjacks, who's behind the plate, catching for Ortega.
Curdy stumbled a bit there on the base paths, but the throw was so in time he probably would have been out anyway. Now the 2-1.
Here's a pitch from Ortega. Going to be lined right through the gap for a base hit. Back-to-back hits for the North Stars, as Monday the lone runner on after Killian was thrown out stealing. Brings us now to Robles. The lefty with 2 outs. Here, top of the first inning. No one scored yet between the North Stars and Lumberjacks. Four-stride lead for Monday over on first. Ortega kicks and deals. Swung on and miss for Roman Robles.
Roman Robles, out of Citrus Community College, a freshman, batting .250 on the year. Managed a single and a stolen base against the Snowbirds.
Breaking ball down low, 1-1. One count, 2 outs. Monday. He's on first for the North Stars. Ortega checks back over.
Ball gets away. He's heading to second. Monday rounding second.
He's not stopping either. He's turning the wheels, and he's going to be held up over on third safely after a huge costly error there from the Lumberjacks. Now puts Monday in scoring position on third. So Ortega threw it over to Volk. It got away from him. And Monday, with the quick speed there, just never looked back and kept going. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down low, 2-1.
Outstanding base running there by Monday. He just had turned on the afterburners. Almost looked like it wasn't a signal. Maybe he would try it all the way for home. He was off to the races. Now 90 feet away from delivering the first run of the game.
Here's a 2-1 from Ortega. That's going to be out and away. Bicknell leaned out to grab that one. 3-1 count for Roman Robles. He's over in center field. Ortega on the hill, has 1 strikeout already, allowed 2 hits. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That's ball number 4. Runners now on the corners for the North Stars.
And now it'll be Nathaniel Huerta out of Hartnell College, the freshman, seeking his first hit of the year.
2 outs, 2 runners on for the North Stars. Monday scoring position on third. Robles just walked. He's on first. Huerta. He's at the plate. Ortega kicks and deals. Breaking ball down low, 1-0. Nathaniel Huerta. of the Northstars. Stands at 5'11", the righty. 2 runners on here, top of the first inning. Here's a 1-0. Swung on right down the right field line. And a routine from Amaviska over to Volk to retire the inning before anybody can score. As that is going to retire the inning, leaving 2 runners on for the Northstars. Leading things off for the bottom of the first inning. When we come back, it's going to be Little, Mieja, and Pontoli. 3 due up next when we return. Welcome back. Good afternoon here, Palm Springs Stadium. Second game here for the PSCL between the Northstars and Lumberjacks. And leading things off, it's going to be Joey Little over in center field this afternoon for the Lumberjacks, who are in their gray on white uniforms. As Hawkins, his first pitch, going to be a breaking ball that didn't break enough, upstairs 1-0.
A little bit on Joey Little. He is a freshman out of Fort Scott Community College.
And his breaking ball's in for strike 1.
He has a .500 average so far on the year. Though he didn't have any hits in his last effort against the Haymakers, he did draw 3 walks.
The 1-1, that's going to be fouled off.
Imperative to get on base here. Set the right tempo for the Lumberjacks.
1-2 count. Hawkins on the hill. Delivers, as that's going to be fouled away. Still 1-2 count.
Easton Hawkins looking to sustain his spotless ERA. Pitch 1.2 against the Snowbirds. 2 strikeouts.
The 1-2. Going to be grounded up over to Curdy at short. The throw over to Miller. In time for the first out.
A sensational play there. Played it just cleanly on the hop. No doubt about it. First out of the inning. It's
going to be Mieja batting for the Lumberjacks, Jacob Mieja, the lefty. With one out, nobody on here. Bottom of the first inning. Nobody scored yet between the Northstars and Lumberjacks. As here's a pitch from Hawkins. That's low in the dirt. Sanchez behind the plate catching this afternoon for the Northstars. Here's a 1-0. Again, down low for ball number 2. Pontoli, he's going to be on deck for the Lumberjacks. Northstars in their blue on white uniforms. Red lettering on the front of the uniforms. 2-0 from Hawkins. As that's going to be ripped up over into foul territory towards the bullpen of the Lumberjacks. Three-one count now with one out for Mejia.
Jake Mejia from Riverside Community College. Cracks someone up the middle. Base hit.
It's going to be a single for Jacob Mieja. First hit of the game for the Lumberjacks. Which now brings up Harrison Pontoli.
Harrison Pontoli from Indiana University of Pennsylvania. One of the key starters for our Palm Springs Power. Now steps in for the first time today.
Toy the lefty. Here's the pitch from Hawkins. That's going to be a breaking ball inside, strike one.
In his capacity in the PSCL, Pontoli batting .400 at an RBI against the Haymakers on the 13th.
The 0-1, that's going to get away from Sanchez. He's finding it in front of him now. However, Mejia going to stay on first, not attempting to go on the pass ball. 1-1 count with one out for Harrison Pontoli. Hawkins on the hill, going to readjust himself quickly. Sanchez finding his footing behind the plate right now.
One and one out, runner on first.
Hawkins looking for the signs from Sanchez as Mejia has a lead over on first. Another ball in the dirt, 2-1. Mejia with a sizable lead. Here's a 2-1 from Hawkins. That's going to be chopped up right over to Castro on second, except that gets through right over his glove for a base hit.
Trying to play it on a hop, but yeah, it just took. That's the way of the infield hit. It's the way it hits the dirt. You just get out of reach, so that puts two runners on. Still only one out.
Mejia in scoring position on second, looking to get the Jacks on the board first. It's going to be Schwalbach at the plate. Another lefty against the righty Hawkins. That's pitch going to be upstairs.
Mason Schwalbach, a freshman out of McHenry County College. He's batting .500 on the year, 2 RBIs. Great opportunity for more.
1-0 count. Here's a pitch. Just outside, 2-0.
You can see a catcher tried to frame that but wasn't able to sell it.
Mejia and Pontoli on base for the Lumberjacks.
With the sizable leaves.
Hawkins deals a 2-0. Going to be down low in the dirt again. As Schwarbeck's up in the count 3-0.
No. Still just one out.
With one out, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch from Hawkins. Another one down low in the dirt. That's getting away from Sanchez as they're going to hold Mejia up on third, now 90 feet away from home for the first run of the ball game, and Pontoli on second after the pass ball. Going to be ball number 4 as well. As Schwarbeck going to go on base, puts his bases loaded now. Green. Amaviska going over to talk over things with Hawkins. Sorry, that was Green talking to Hawkins over on the mounds. With Bicknell, the catcher for the Lumberjacks. He's at the plate with 1 out, bases loaded. 2 runners in scoring position, Pontoli and Mejia. With Schwarbeck on first.
Drake Bicknell, 5'11", freshman out of College of the Desert, has a .333 average on the year. And a chance for his first RBI and perhaps many more with the bases loaded.
Hawkins gets inside strike 1. With 1 out, Amaviska on deck. A little bit of breeze here in Palm Springs, California. Feels nice up here in the booth. Thank you for tuning in with us. George Hathaway alongside Marshall Garvey here on the call. 0-1, bases loaded. Here's the pitch from Hawkins. That's going way in the dirt, getting away from Sanchez as Mejia comes in to score off the wild pitch. And now that advances the runners. Pontoli on third, Schwarbeck on second. It's going to be a 1-1 count.
That one landed well before home plate and took an arching hop over the catcher's head. First run of the game coming on a wild pitch. It's now 1-0. Spotless summer afternoon here. Second outing of PSCL baseball.
Here's a 1-1. Breaking ball inside, strike 2. 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. Pontoli on third, Schwarbeck on second. One out, here's a 1-2 from Hawkins. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The first strikeout for Hawkins in the ball game. As he's looking to retire the side here, leaving runners in scoring position. It's going to be Richie Amaviska at the plate for the Lumberjacks.
Amaviska, another familiar face from your Palm Springs Power. His first at-bat today, and another wild pitch.
The wild pitch there goes in the dirt, and here comes Pontoli to score. It's now 2-0, Lumberjacks with the lead.
And as Yogi Berra would say, it's deja vu all over again. Another wild pitch, taking a bad hop over the catcher to allow another run. Amaviska, in his capacity as a PSCL player, batting .400 on the year. Great outing against the Haymakers with 2 RBIs, 2 singles.
Here's a 1-0 from Hawkins. That's going to be fouled back. Schwarbeck over on third. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Schwarbeck, the lone runner on here for the Lumberjacks. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Hawkins. Another one down low in the dirt, getting by Sanchez. And now the bases have been cleared as it's now 3-0 Lumberjacks as Schwarbeck comes in to score. And it's going to be a 2-1 count for Amaviska.
What are the odds? 3 wild pitches, all of them looking almost like mirror images of one another, allowing all 3 runners to score. So now the bases are Empty. 2 out. Hawkins looking to shut down, put an end to what's been a rough inning for him.
Here's a 2-1. Making it now a 2-2 count for Amaviska. Lumberjacks up 3-0, bottom of the first inning. Here's a 2-2 from Hawkins. Curveball upstairs, 3-2. Full count, 2 outs, Powers on deck. As Hawkins delivers, outside ball number 4. Amaviska making his way over to first after the second walk of the inning for Hawkins. Two outs, Powers. He's at the plate. Hawkins delivers, as that's going to be fouled back. Amaviska attempting to steal second, going to have to come back to first since it was fouled off in the right field. 0-1 for Powers.
Owen Powers, a freshman. 3 plate appearances against the A's, 2 strikeouts.
As there's the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball. Did he swing? They're looking for here the check swing. And they say he did not. So it's going to be 1-1 count for Powers.
Close call.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. Amaviska going. Sanchez a throw over to second. Not in time. Amaviska gets underneath the tag.
That throw was just a bit high. Almost on time, but Amaviska in with the steal.
Hawkins looks back at Amaviska. Here's the pitch. That's down low in the dirt. Another breaking ball. Two count for Powers. And here's the pitch from Hawkins. That's going to be chopped up over to Curdy over at short, who bobbled it. And just going to hold on to that ball there as Powers going to reach off on the first. And as that's going to be an error on Curdy.
And Curdy, you could see him dancing around there before the pitch, eager for a play, but that one took an errant bounce. He just wasn't able to hold on to it. A very ugly inning so far for the North Stars. 3 wild pitches is an error. The 3 wild pitches apiece, resulting in a run. That error could set up a 4th run.
The 8th batter here, it's Volk. Gonna get inside 0-1 count.
That'd be Hudson Volk, sophomore of Jefferson College. 1,000 average on the year.
Here's the 0-1 from Hawkins as Powers going to go steal second. As he's going to be safe.
Oh, it's fouled.
As Powers, Amaviska both in scoring position. For the Lumberjacks have a 3-0 lead here, bottom of the first inning. Here's a pitch from Hawkins, another throw. And another steal, as now Powers steals second. It's going to be a 1-2 count. Now Powers able to steal. Wasn't able to steal because it was fouled off. As that's going to be popped up into the air. Robles getting underneath that one in center field. And that's going to retire the inning. As the Lumberjacks take a 3-0 lead here. We're going to go to the top of the second. It's going to be Castro, Sanchez, and Miller, the three due up next for the North Stars when we return. Welcome back to some afternoon baseball here in the PSCL. North Stars Lumberjacks, as the Jacks have a 3-0 lead over the North Stars. As it's going to be Castro leading things off here in the top of the second inning, with Ortega still on the hill for the Lumberjacks. Castro over on second this afternoon for the North Stars. Here's a pitch from Ortega. He kicks and deals down low in the dirt, 1-0. Ortega sets. A little bit of a toe tap for him. Kicks and deals. There's a breaking ball inside for strike one.
Santiago Castro, a freshman out of Citrus Community College.
1-1 count for Castro. The pitch swung on and missed on the breaking ball. As Castro now down in the count 1-2 with Sanchez on deck for the North Stars, who are down 3 runs here, top of the second, looking to rally. Ortega already has 1 strikeout on the day. Here's the 1-2. As that's going to be chopped right up over the glove of Powers on second. The throw over to Volk on first, and that's going to be the first out.
Powers with a smooth play there. Routine grounder for the first out.
Sanchez at the plate.
Federico Sanchez, a freshman out of Compton College, seeking his first hit of the season.
As that's popped up into the air over to Mejia. As that's going to be fouled off down the left field line just barely. As it's 350 down the left and right field line. 400 dead center here. Sanchez still at the plate with 1 out.
That was beautifully struck. Certainly had the capacity all the way. Just a bit foul. Perfect time to crank a home run at this time of day. Only a gentle breeze so far. Here at 12:28 p.m. midday, heading into the afternoon.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Ortega. Going to be chopped off in foul territory once again. Sanchez down in the count, 0-2 with 1 out, nobody on.
0-2, 1 out. North Stars looking to respond after 3 runs from the
Ortega deals the 0-2, down low in the dirt and away. Gonna be ball number 1.
Lumberjacks procuring 3 runs in the first inning, each one on a wild pitch.
Jay Evans warming up in the bullpen for the Lumberjacks. To our left, here's the 1-2 from Ortega. Swung on and missed and got him for strike 3. The second strikeout for Ortega, who's starting things off here in the top of the second inning. 2 down, nobody on. As the Lumberjacks are up 3-0 here in the ball game, brings up Miller. Miller going to rip that one up through. And that's going to be a base hit there as Powers just couldn't squeeze the glove on that one.
Indeed. Took a nice hop into center field, just out of reach.
Two outs now, 1 runner on for Miller. Which brings up Green at the plate. He's over on third base for the North Stars, who are looking to get on the board here. As you're down 3 runs with 2 outs, 1 runner on. Ortega kicks and deals. Swung on and missed.
Or managed to get a piece of it, fouled it back. That's 0-1. Adam Green, a freshman, 5'9". Managed to get on base against the Snowbirds twice via walk. No hits yet for the year. Looking to keep this inning going.
0-1 count with 2 outs, 1 runner on. Ortega takes a deep breath and delivers. As that's going to be a breaking ball. 1-1. Ortega looks back over at Miller, who's on first after he got a base hit. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside, 1-2.
1-2, only 1 out. Got a really generous, really decent lead off at first. Got to figure he's going to go with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch, as that's going to be down and away. 2-2 count with 2 outs, 1 runner on here for the North Stars. Jimenez is on deck for the North Stars with 2 outs. Ortega with the 2 toe tap kicks and deals. As that's going to get Green looking for strike number 3. That's going to be the 3rd strikeout for Ortega on the mound. Going to retire the inning. As we go now to the bottom of the 2nd inning, it's going to be Miles, Trudeau, and Little. The 3 due up next as the Lumberjacks are up 3-0 over the North Stars when we return. Good afternoon from Palm Springs, California. PSCL action here between the Northstars and the Lumberjacks. As this is going to be Miles leading things off here, bottom of the second inning. And the Jacks have a 3-0 lead over the Northstars here.
Blake Miles, a sophomore out of Webster University. 500 average on the year, 2 RBIs in his first game against the Haymakers.
Breaking ball going to get away from Sanchez behind the plate. It's going to be a 1-0 count. Count for Miles with Trudeau on deck for the Lumberjacks, who were able to score 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning.
Hawking's wild tendencies from the first inning continuing on that pitch. That one.
It's a fastball there inside for strike 1 after Miles swung on and missed. Here's a 1-1 from Hawkins. Upstairs, 2-1. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Hawkins. Breaking ball down low, 3-1 count. Trudeau on deck for the Lumberjacks. As here's a pitch from Hawkins. Another breaking ball in the dirt. It's going to be ball number 4. As Miles is going to get his free base over on first, which brings us up to Trudeau, the 10th batter here for the Lumberjacks in the PSCL. They go through the rotation with 10 batters for maximum at-bats. With no outs here, bottom of the second inning. Colton Trudeau at the plate. Hawkins is set to deal, as that's going to be ripped right up over the glove of Curdy, as Trudeau's going to get a base hit there. Miles now on second.
That one just over the head of the shortstop. Perfectly stroked. And that'll be 2 on, still nobody out.
Back to the top of the order with Little, who grounded out in his first plate appearance when we last saw him in the bottom of the first inning. No outs. Miles in scoring position on second. Hawkins delivers. Fastball upstairs, 1-0. Mejia on deck. Little the leadoff batter for the Lumberjacks. 1-0 count. Here's a pitch from Hawkins. That's going to be a breaking ball inside, 1-1. No outs here, bottom of the second inning. Lumberjacks have a 3-0 lead over the Northstars.
Both runners leading off their respective bases.
The 1-1 pitch going to be in the dirt, going to get away from Sanchez. As runners are going to advance, Miles now 90 feet away from home.
And Hawkins' control issues continue. Now putting both runners in scoring position. As you will recall in the first inning, he allowed 3 runs, each individual run coming on a wild pitch. Seeming to trend in the same direction here in the bottom of the second. And still nobody out.
Little grounded out from Curdy to Miller, the 6-3, as that's going to be down in the dirt. Sanchez able to get a good stop in front of it. Hitters count 3-1. With no outs, 2 runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the second inning. As that's going to be a single up the middle, a base hit. 1 run's going to come in. That's Miles. Trudeau's being waved on home, and he is safe standing on up. And now the Lumberjacks have a 5-0 lead there after the RBI single from Joey Little.
Didn't come on a wild. Those runs didn't come on a wild pitch, but nonetheless, Hawkins' wildness set that up. Still nobody out.
Mejia, he had a base hit, scored a run in the first inning. Is that breaking ball pitch going to get inside for strike one? Oh, 1 pitch. That's going to be a single right up the middle. That's going to get over the mound as Little going to stay on second. Mejia getting a second base hit of the ball game for him.
And now it's 2 on. There's still nobody out. Lumberjacks threatening to run away with this game, but Sanchez wisely calls time for a mound conference.
Green going to join the conversation as well, with Harrison Pontoli, the lefty, due up next. No outs here. In the bottom of the second inning, Little in scoring position on second, Mejia on first, after Miles and Trudeau both come in to score, and the Jacks are up 5-0. Pontoli had a base hit, scored a run in the first inning. Hawkins looks over on second, delivers. As that's when he popped up into the air, shallow left field. And running on over is Curdy, except he cannot get a handle on the ball there as it just came out of his glove as he was making the run over from shortstop. Little and Mejia going to stay where they are on their respected bases now. It's going to be 0-1 count for Pontoli. With no outs here, bottom of the second inning, Lumberjacks up 5-0. A little bit of action in both bullpens. There's a pitch there from Hawkins, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, that's going to get inside for strike two. Breaking ball there. With no outs here, bottom of the second inning. As the North Stars infield playing a little bit back, Marshall.
Indeed they are.
As that's going to be popped up into the air, foul territory. Still 1-2 count.
As a reminder, there's still nobody out in this inning. This is quite a pickle for Hawkins to work out of. And a yawning 5-0 deficit the North Stars will have to answer. Still early on here. We're only in the bottom of the second.
North Stars infield looking to turn double play if the ball is on the ground. As Little, he's going to go steal second.
Both runners steal.
There was a double steal there from both of them. Puts Little in scoring position, only 90 feet away from home on third. Mejia, he's on second as well. Base hit will bring in both of them. As the Lumberjacks up 5-0.
Their base runners keeping the pressure up on Hawkins. They do not relent. The 2-2.
As that's going to be hit up over in the right center. And as Jimenez getting underneath that one for the first out. And Little coming in to score on the sacrifice fly. Now puts the Lumberjacks up 6-0. Still only one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Lumberjacks able to score 3 runs so far, putting them up 6-0.
Still only 1 out. A runner at second.
As here's a pitch from Hawkins, popped up into the air. Monday backing up to get underneath that one for the second out, and Mejia staying where he is on second. For the North Stars, Cole Killian warming up in the bullpen to our right. With 2 outs, Mejia in scoring position on second. It's Bicknell, the catcher. He struck out in his first plate appearance. The only strikeout for Hawkins so far in the ball game is he's going to rip that one right up over the gap for a base hit. As coming on home to score from second's Mejia, and he's going to do so standing up. And then going over to second is Bicknell, as that is a huge run there. Now puts the Lumberjacks up 7-0 after an RBI double from Jake Bicknell.
Looks like we'll have a substitution at second base. Looks like it's Hillman Truss will be heading out there out of Lincoln University.
Two outs here. It's Amaviska at the dish for the Lumberjacks. He was walked, and he was also able to steal, and that was all. He was able to make his way to third, nothing more than that. With 2 outs here, breaking ball up high 1-0. Bottom of the second inning, Lumberjacks up 7-0 over the North Stars here in some PSCL action. George Hathaway alongside Marshall Garvey here on the call. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball down low as Amaviska up in the count 2-0. He walked in the first inning.
Quite a distance between Truss and that second base bag. Shortstop backing him up. Hawkins trying to keep his focus on the batter. Get out of it's been a brutal inning.
As that's going to be popped up into the air, out into foul territory towards the stands.
Takes a little hop. Rolls over close to the backstops. 2-1 now. See if Hawkins can limit the damage, although it's been a lot. You know, it's just 2 innings. He's allowed 7 runs.
Here's a 2-1 from Hawkins. Curveball up high. It's going to be hitters count 3-1. Amaviska at the plate. Second time we've seen him today. He's gotten on base once already. Has to be ball number 4. He's going to walk for the second straight at bat. With 2 outs, 2 runners on. So all the runs are going to score. They're going to roll on the inning here.
That'll make it 8-0.
So Amaviska and Bicknell score as we're now going to go to the top of the 3rd inning when we return. Welcome back, Palm Springs Stadium. George Hathaway alongside Marshall Garvey here on the call. It's 9-0 Lumberjacks after they just rolled over the inning. All runners scored as they were able to score 6 runs. 0-2 count with Ortega still on the mound for the Lumberjacks.
Joe Jimenez at the plate.
One-two count coming up for Jimenez. Here's a 1-2. That's going to be a drop third strike over into the glove of Vulcan. That's going to be out number 1. Which brings up Caldwell to the dish. He's the 11th batter for the Northstars. They opted to go for 11 guys as Northstars are 1-0-1 on the season and Lumberjacks are 1-1.
Connor Caldwell, a freshman out of college at the Siskiyous.
Breaking ball down low, 1-0.
He's batting .500 for the season. One hit, a single. In his first game against the Bootleggers, takes that for a strike, 1-1.
With 1 out, nobody on here for the Northstars is going to be Curdy on deck. As that's going to go inside, 1-2. Lumberjacks have a commanding 9-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. As that's going to be swing and a miss, strike number 3. The 4th strikeout for Ortega. The 2nd out of the inning as well. Which brings us to the top of the order with Curdy.
Ortega's got to be pretty loose now, working with a 9-0 lead.
Here's the deal from Ortega's. That's going to be inside for strike 1. Curdy struck out in his first at-bat in the 1st inning. 0-1 count to Ortega. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball inside 1-1.
It's Jay Evans pitching.
Excuse me, it's Jay Evans on the hill, as that's going to be his first strikeout to Caldwell. .02 count, Evans on the hill. Kicks and deals. And that's going to be swing and a miss, strike number 3. 1-2-3 inning for Jay Evans in his first time on the mound here in the ball game. 2 strikeouts in the inning and struck out the side.
9-0 Lumberjacks ahead. They'll be up to bat again when we return.
Welcome back to some more PSCL action here between the Northstars and the Lumberjacks. And the Lumberjacks have a 9-0 lead over the Northstars here. Bottom of the third inning. It's going to be Powers leading things off. With the new pitcher on the mound, it's Killian. And as his first pitch going to be swing and a miss for strike one. Powers in his first at-bat reached base off of an error from Curdy.
Killian looking to notch a clean inning. Had one's high and inside. A little shin music for ball one. Killian's first outing on the mound came against the Bootleggers on the 11th. Got roughed up a bit. 2 earned runs in 1 inning. An 18 ERA on the season. That one's outside and dropped. 2-1.
Killian filling in for Hawkins on the mound after he pitched for 2 innings, allowed 9 runs, 6 hits, and had 1 strikeout under his belt as well. 2-1 count. Killian delivers, as that's going to be way up high, and that's going... It looks like it just got the left shoulder of Powers, but it looks like he ducked under it right in time. It's going to be a 3-1 count for Powers.
Killian certainly wanted to get a clean inning here. Not allow any further damage, although the Lumberjacks have a long way to go to overcome a 9-0 deficit.
It's going to be a full count coming up for Powers. Volk on deck for the Lumberjacks. No outs here, bottom of the third inning. And the Lumberjacks have a 9-0 lead over the Northstars. Full count. And that's going to be ball number 4. Powers going to get on base for the second time this ball game. First one coming off an error. Now this one a walk. Which brings up Volk. For the Lumberjacks, Volk, he flew out over to Robles in center field in his first at-bat in the first inning. Killian on the mound. Delivers. Swing on and a miss. Breaking ball. 0-1 count for Volk. Volk over on first base this afternoon for the Lumberjacks. Here's the 0-1. As that's going to be hit up over in the right field for a base hit. Now advancing Powers over to second. And it's Volk getting on base for the first time.
And already Killian finding himself in a predicament like Hawkins did in the two prior innings. Lumberjacks filling up the base paths very quickly. 2 on, nobody out.
Miles, he's at the plate. He walked and scored a run in the second inning. One of the 6 runs scored in the second inning by the Lumberjacks to put them up 9-0. Powers has a lead over on second as that's popped up over our heads. 0-1 count for Miles. No outs, 2 runners on for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the third inning. A little bit of action in their bullpen as that's going to be hit up over into left field. Monday backing up underneath it. And tagging up his Powers over the third. Now runners on the corners with 1 out.
Great heads-up base running there to set up another runner in scoring position for the Lumberjacks.
Trudeau is at the plate. He had a base hit, scored a run in the second inning as well. Powers 90 feet away from home. Breaking ball in the dirt. One 0 count with 1 out. Runners on the corners for the Lumberjacks. So they have a 9-0 lead.
Now 2-0. Still only one out. Killian trying to create a clean slate for the North Stars. Still 9-0 Lumberjacks.
Killian delivers a 2-0 as that's going to be popped up into the air. Killian and everybody in infield going after it, but no communication there as Volk going to be out on second as he hesitated running over. Killian was running over Green, Miller, Curdy, everybody was there.
Hit or an error?
And it's Trudeau making it to base now. For the second time, this ball game brings us to the top of the order with Little. Runners still on the corners, Trudeau and Powers. Here's a pitch. That's going to get inside for strike one.
So but I still put it in.
This is a third straight at bat we're going to see Joey Little. Grounded out in the first, had a base hit, scored a run in the second inning. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit up over in the left field. Monday, tracking it in the sun, gets underneath that one for the third out. And that's going to retire the inning. No runs allowed here in the bottom of the third inning. As we now go top four, it's going to be Killian, Monday, and Robles. The three due up next when we return. Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. George Hathaway alongside Marshall Garvey here on the call. It's going to be Killian at the plate, who's just on the hill for the North Stars as well. Evans delivers, as that's going to be swung on and miss, as that's going to go off the home plate umpire's mask there as he's shaking up a little bit.
I heard a good deal.
Looks like home plate umpire looks to be okay after athletic trainers checked in. Got some water and we're going to be able to set in just a moment. Killian still at the plate.
Killian with a first clean inning pitching wise for the North Stars after Hawkins gave up many runs in the first 2 innings. Now Killian looking to work the other side of the field, start a rally here, and he could do just that with a single up the middle.
His second base hit of the ball game for Killian. As Monday now going to step into the batter's box, the left fielder. Hit a base hit in the first inning, able to make his way over to third. Nothing more than that. No outs, 1 runner on. Here's a pitch from Evans, as that's going to be upstairs, 1 up. Robles on deck to check back over. That's going to get away from Volk. Killian going to go make his way over to second. Off the error there. Puts him in scoring position on second. Monday already has a base hit in the ball game. One 0 count. Here's a pitch from Evans, as that's going to be a hard hit ball. However, it's going to be way out into foul territory. 1-1. No outs here. Top of the 4th inning. Killian on second. Here's a 1-1. As that's going to get Monday in the back there. He's going to walk it off, get his free base. Runners now first and second for the North Stars with Robles. Now batting a lefty. Monday gonna jog it out.
Our Stars look to be building a rally here in the top of the 4th. It's 2 on, still nobody out.
Still down 9 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. Two runners on. Robles, he walked in his first plate appearance in the top of the 1st inning. Breaking ball inside for strike 1. Harada on deck for the North Stars. Evans on the mound awaiting the call from Bicknell.
Still nobody out. Both runners with sizable leads off their respective bags.
0-1's going to be fouled back, making it a 0-2 count.
Feel a double steal coming. The North Stars definitely want to get something going here. They have 9 runs to answer for.
Oh-2 count. Evans looks back at second. Here's the pitch. That's swung on and missed, and that's going to get Robles down swinging for strike number 3, the 3rd strikeout for Jay Evans. 1 out. Now brings us to the middle of the order with Harada. Monday on first, Killian on second. Harada at the plate for the North Stars. Base hit would bring in a run. With 1 out, Lumberjacks lead 9-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Harada grounded out from Trudeau over to Volk, 6-3 in the 1st inning. Oh, 1 count with 1 out. Evans looks back. As Killian going to go steal third. Both runners are going to steal. Now Killian on third base. Monday on second, putting both runners now in scoring position.
1-1 the count.
One count with 2 runners on. Harada at the plate. Evans gets set. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball, 2-1.
Only 1 out. Northstars eager to get in the run column. Both runners lead. And the pitch.
As that's going to be down low, 3-1 count coming up for Harada with Castro on deck and only 1 out. Evans on the hill. Here's the pitch. As that's going to be chopped up over to foul territory. Full count now for Harada. A lot of PSCL action here throughout the day. A few games at the Palm Springs Stadium. A few more on the turf field over in right field. Right behind the wall there. Full count for Harada with 1 out. Runners on second and third. Here's the 3-2. As that is going to get him on the left hip. He's going to walk that one out. The second batter was hit by a pitch from Evans here in the top of the 4th inning.
Looks like we'll have a mound conference. Evans definitely having control issues this inning. Still only 1 out. The base is loaded with Northstars.
It's going to be Castro, the batter, up next for the Northstars, and a base hit here could bring in a few runs to cut into this 9-0 lead that the Lumberjacks have.
Worth noting, Evans a bit wild in his first effort against the Haymakers. Faced 3 batters, walked 2 of them, and he's hit 2 batters in this inning today. Now Santiago Castro. Stepping in. I'll take a moment here, because they are still.
It looks like Harada's getting checked out by an athletic trainer. And he's going to go take his base back at first. Oh, excuse me, no, he's... Looks like he's going to the dugout now. They're probably going to bring in a pinch runner. And they will.
Now it's Gabriel Cristal who will take over at first. Now Evans sets. Pitch to Castro.
As that's going to be a breaking ball down low, 1-0. Castro grounded out in his only plate appearance so far in the ball game in the 2nd inning.
That one beautifully framed for strike 1. 1-1 now.
1 out, bases loaded for the Northstars, as they're down 9-0 to the Lumberjacks. Here's a 1-1, as that pitch there from Evans outside and away, 2-1.
Two ones, 1 out, bases loaded.
Castro over on second base this afternoon. Here's a 2-1 from Evans, as that's going to be ripped into foul territory. 2-2 count now with 1 out, bases loaded for the Northstars. Jay Evans and company trying to get out of this jam that they're in and control their lead. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Evans. That's popped up into the air. Another foul ball as Castro staying alive. On deck, it's Sanchez, the catcher. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be ripped right up over into the glove of Trudeau. And he's going to toss it up to Powers for a double play there. And that's going to retire the inning as the Lumberjacks, the Northstars are going to leave bases loaded now as they're unable to score a run. And now we're going to go to Mejia, Pontoli, and Schwarbeck. The three due up next for the Lumberjacks when we return. Welcome back to historic Palm Springs Stadium. George Hathaway alongside with me, Marshall Garvey on the call. Killian still on the hill for the North Stars as Mejia will be at the plate for the third time here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's the 0-1 count for him. He has 2 base hits and scored 2 runs in the ball game so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch, as that's going to be chopped up over to Castro on second, and the throw over to Miller is in time for the first out. Which brings us to Harrison Pontoli. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game, has a base hit in the first inning, scored a run there, and then flew out over to Jimenez in right field.
One away here. Killian looking for another clean inning. That one's up and away for ball 1.
1-0 count coming up for Pontoli. As that is going to be ripped off in foul territory.
1-1, 1 out. Killian just trying to keep the game however much in reach. Northstars climb out of a 9-0 deficit. Lumberjacks looking to hit the double digits in the run column, and
that's going to be a base hit there for Ortega, as that's going to get through right over in the right field. Ortega started the game off pitching. Now here he is coming off the bench for Pontoli, and right away it gets on base. It's Schwarbeck now at the plate. He walked in the first inning, scored a run, then flew out to Monday in left field in his second at-bat in the second inning. Breaking ball down low, 1-0 count. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Lumberjacks have a commanding 9-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Marshall.
Indeed.
Here's a 1-0. That's a breaking ball inside, 1-1 count. As Schwarbeck going to watch it go right by him.
Northstars infield moving in just a little bit.
Hoping to turn 2 here. The 1-1 count and 1 out. Killian steps off. Going to get himself in the zone here. Lumberjacks have 8 hits and 9 runs. Here's a 1-1. Curveball up high, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Oh, they're breaking ball. That's going to get inside. 2-2 count for Schwarbeck with 1 out, 1 runner on for the Lumberjacks here, bottom of the fourth inning. Here's a 2-2. Going to be hit right up over off of Miller, as that's just going to be an error on Miller, and Schwarbeck now on first after that, as it just took a bounce off of Miller. Runner in scoring position, that's Ortega on second.
It's been a pretty error-prone game for both sides so far this evening.
Both teams have 2 errors in the ball game. Bicknell at the plate with 1 out. Curveball up high, a little bit of chin music there, 1 out. Bicknell had a double, scored a run in the second inning, and struck out in the first. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Base hit would bring Ortega in on home, as the Lumberjacks are up 9-0, breaking ball down in the dirt.
It's 2-0 with 2 on. Still only 1 out. Lumberjacks with a chance to get in the double digits in the run column. They lead 9-0.
Two 2-1 count.
Good inside pitch there from Killian.
One out, 2 runners on for the Lumberjacks. We're up 9-0 over the Northstars here in PSCL action. Bicknell going to hit that one in between the gap over to center field. And Ortega, he's rounding over to home. And he's going to score, putting the Lumberjacks now up 10-0 here in the ball game. And Schwarbeck making his way over to third after an RBI single there from Bicknell.
That one just kind of lofted just past the infield. Looked like it would only be enough to load the bases, but aggressive base running yields the 10th run of the game for the Lumberjacks.
Runners on the corners with 1 out. Amaviska at the plate. He's walked twice and scored 2 runs in the ball game. And so he's going to foul that one back 0-1. Oh, 1 count with 1 out. Here's a pitch from Killian. Curveball up high. 1-1 count with 1 out.
1-1, 1 out. Runners on the corners. 10-0 the Lumberjacks. Well in control of this game.
Breaking ball inside, strike 2. Amaviska also plays with the Palm Springs Power, who will be in action tonight against the California Halos at 7 p.m. You can catch the stream then as well. 1-2 count for Amaviska with 1 out. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be popped up into the air. Miller over in foul territory, gets underneath that for the 2nd out. With 2 outs, it's Powers coming up to the dish with Schwarbeck and Bicknell on base for the Lumberjacks. Powers reached on base off an error in the 1st inning and then walked in the 3rd, was able to make his way over to 3rd base. Nothing more than that. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Killian going to readjust himself on the mound. Here's a pitch, as that's going to be lined back. 0-1 count for Powers. As the Lumberjacks are up 10-0 over the Northstars here, bottom of the 4th. Oh, 1 count for Powers. Schwarbeck on 3rd, Bicknell on 1st. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Sanchez able to keep it in front of him, 1-1. Two outs here, bottom of the 4th inning. Killian and company looking to retire the side, only giving up 1 run. Breaking ball down low, 2-1.
Two-1 the count, 2 outs. Lumberjacks steadily running away with this game. That one's outside, 3-1.
This is the count that Powers wanted to see. Last time it was a 3-1 count. That was in the 3rd inning. He walked. 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Lumberjacks. That's going to be ball number 4. And for the 2nd straight at bat, Powers is going to take a free base. Puts now Bicknell on 2nd. Schwarbeck going to stay his way on 3rd. Now bases are loaded for the Lumberjacks, as they have a commanding 10-0 lead here, bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be Volk, who just had a base hit in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Killian, upstairs and away, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch way up high. And they're going to say that Volk swung at the pitch. It's going to be a 1-1 count. 2 outs, bases loaded for the Lumberjacks. We've recorded 9 hits so far in the ballgame and 10 runs. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. Two outs, bases loaded. Killian kicks and deals, as that's going to be lined right up over to Castro on 2nd. And the throw to Miller is in time for out number 3 to retire the side, leaving bases loaded. Ortega, the lone runner to come in to score for the Lumberjacks, puts them up 10-0. We're going to go to the top of the 5th inning when we return. Welcome back, Palm Springs Stadium. Afternoon baseball here for the PSCL between the Northstars and the Lumberjacks. As the Lumberjacks have the 10-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. It's going to be Sanchez leading things off. He's been behind the plate.
He's been very busy behind that plate, having to stave off or deal with quite a few passed balls, especially in the first 2 innings. Looking to start what would be up to a fairly improbable rally as his team trails 10-0. That's inside for ball 1.
Little on the mound, replacing Evans. One 0 count. Here's the pitch. He's going to get the top right corner for strike 1. It's be Sanchez, Miller, and Green. The 3 due up next.
Lone gets away, 2-1. This is Joey Little's first effort on the towing the pitcher's rubber this season. An advantageous position for him to do so. His team leading by double digits. That's in for the 2-1.
As that's going to be ripped down the left field line, right over towards the batting cages in the foul territory.
2-2 now.
Sanchez struck out in his only at-bat in the 2nd inning. Only time we've seen him today. Here's a 2-2 from Little. Full count now. As that just painted the top of the zone. Full count. Here's a pitch from Little. As that's going to be hit over down the left field line. Mejia going to let that one drop right next to him. That's back at the warning track. Sanchez going to have a leadoff double here for the Northstars. That's what you want to see, Marshall, from your leadoff hitter.
Indeed, and it looks like we'll have a substitute at second. Looks like Joey Thomas is heading out there to replace Sanchez at second. So the Northstars want to climb out of that hole. They got the right start. The leadoff man aboard.
It's Hernandez at the plate, filling in for Miller. Miller had a base hit in the 2nd inning. Here's a pitch from Joey Little. Swing on and a miss, breaking ball. 0-1 count for Hernandez. Little looks back over at Sanchez on second. Kicks and deals, as that's going to be out and away 1-1. No outs here at the top of the 5th inning. As the Lumberjacks are up 10-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to get in for strike 2. Looks like Little slipped on the mound as well after the pitch. Still was able to get it inside for the 2nd strike. Here's a 1-2 to Hernandez. That's up and away. 2-2 count with no outs. Sanchez in scoring position on second for the Northstars. And they're scoreless here in the top of the 5th inning. Green on deck. As Little going to step off, and Sanchez going back to second. Excuse me, Joey Thomas, the pinch runner.
Thomas dancing quite freely, arms swaying.
The 2-2.
A little bit of a slip up there.
Little fell again. It's going to be full count now for Hernandez.
Northstars desperately need to get in that run column. We are approaching the 2-hour mark.
Here's the 3-2. Swung on and a miss, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Excuse me, the first out of the inning. So Hernandez goes down swinging for a strikeout for Joey Little. Which brings up the third baseman, Green. He struck out in his only plate appearance today in the second inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 0-1 count for Green. With one out. Little looks back at Thomas on second. Here's the 0-1 with one out. As that's going to be fouled back. Green down on the count 0-2. Oh-2 count for Green. Jimenez on deck with one out. Here's the 0-2 pitch, way upstairs. As Bicknell had to leap up to grab that one. It's going to be 1-2. Little delivers a 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Second straight strikeout for Joey Little. Now puts us at 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, with Jimenez stepping up to the batter's box now for the Northstars. He struck out in the 3rd inning in his only plate appearance. With 2 outs, Thomas in scoring position on second. Little looks back. Here's the pitch. As that's going to get off the glove of Bicknell. And Thomas now making his way over to third.
It was a sequence of wild pitches that led to the first 3 runs for the Northstars. For the Lumberjacks. Wild pitch setting up what could be the first run for the Northstars. Runner at third now with 2 outs.
Here's the 1-0 from Little. That's going to be way inside, 2-0.
Came dangerously close to hitting him.
Jimenez over in right field this afternoon for the Northstars. Here's a 2-0. That's going to be hit directly right into the glove of Amavisca at third. The throw, the first is in time for out number 3. Going to retire the inning, leaving Thomas the lone runner on third, as we now go to the bottom of the 5th inning when we return. And right before we were able to go to the bottom of the 5th inning, the umpires called the game, and as it was approaching the 2-hour mark, and the Lumberjacks were up 10-0, and they're able to get the win here over the Northstars. Lumberjacks improved to 2-1 on the season, while the Northstars are 1-1-1. As that'll do it here for the PSCL at Palm Springs Stadium. Make sure to stick around. 7 p.m. The Palm Springs Power are going to take on the California Halos at 7 p.m. here at Palm Springs Stadium. So make sure to tune into the broadcast there as well. On behalf of my partner, Marshall Garvey, I'm George Chaplin. Thank you for tuning in and have a great day.
Thank you.